Hello and welcome to your weekend preview here on Panthers TV with me, Sam Hurst. Now it's the first home league game of the season for the Panthers here at the Motorpoint Arena on Sunday, hosting Fife Flyers, and 5,000 of you are already in the building. The atmosphere is going to be a fantastic one, but let's get started and look ahead at this weekend's action with your head coach, Danny Stewart.
Danny Stewart joins us at the pre-game media conference ahead of the weekend. Let's start with Sunday. It's the home league opener, Fife Flyers in town. I know we've had a lot of home games already, but there's just that extra buzz about finally getting to start in the league, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we've had the 6 cup games and a few at home, and I think it's exciting to get back into the league. And as a club, like I've mentioned before, we've tried not to differentiate, but you can't ignore the fact that you're at home for the first league game, and it should be an exciting atmosphere.
Of course, one of your former clubs in Fife Flyers, they've probably not got off to the best start, but where do you think their big threats will be?
I think they're going to be a team as usual that's opportunistic. They got some skill up front, and they play a little bit more of a freestyle. And if you don't manage the puck, they get in behind you, and they've got the quality to finish goals. So I think they got some good speed as well. We're watching them a little bit last week, and then they're dangerous off the rush and in transition. So got to be smart and play a good game.
I guess these are the types of games as well. You've mentioned it in previous interviews. There's the big games where there's the big crowd sold out, like against Sheffield. These ones can be banana skin, can't they? So do you see that the team, you have the team that can look across all games and know they've got to be focused no matter what?
Yeah, it's simply a mindset, I think. And I shouldn't say simply. It's not always that easy, but we've got to have that mindset that we go into every game, that we're trying to stay at our level and play our best. And we've seen it in the first 6 games, and we're in a good spot. But there's been through games and game to game where we've dropped our level based on the style of play or the level of the play, and we got to do our best to try and keep ourselves up there and elevated for as close to 60 minutes as possible. And that'll be important this week for sure.
Before that, you've got Sheffield Steelers on Saturday. You came close last weekend against them, but how do you stop the juggernaut?
Well, look, you just got to go in and put in a good performance. I think, we made a couple mistakes on a couple of their goals. I think, Sheffield's so good. I think you got to really be as clean as you can be. You can't make those mistakes, because if you do, they end up in the back of your net. And at the end of the day, performance-wise, I think we were right there with them. We gave ourselves a chance to win that game, and they get the penalty shot, and essentially that was the difference in the game. But you can't blame it all on that. We allowed a guy in behind us off a change, and that's the 3rd time in the last couple of interviews I've mentioned changes. So we addressed that today, and hopefully we get better in that area.
Appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
As Danny discussed there's also more cup action to look forward to this weekend, as the Panthers are back on the road to the Sheffield Steelers this Saturday. We're going to hear from former Steelers netminder Rok Stojanovic, who of course has been a big part in 2 huge wins on the road in the cup for the Panthers after rejoining the Panthers in a short-term contract back in August.
Rok Stojanovic joins us on Panthers TV. And Rok, first of all, just a general question: how much are you loving being back in Nottingham?
It's nice to be here. I enjoyed last year. I want to come back as soon as I get a call to come back. So there was no-brainer to pack my stuff and come back.
Well, I just want to push you on that. Obviously, you weren't originally set to come back, but when that call, I guess, came from Omar, did you need to think long about coming back?
Not really. I knew the place, how is everything, so I just say, send me the contract and I will be on my way.
You've played in lots of places all over Europe, including our rivals Sheffield Steelers. What's so special about Nottingham Panthers, though?
It's my first game was here. It was always full ring, good atmosphere. The city, it's nice. The organization, it's nice. So I really enjoy it to be here.
You talk about that atmosphere, the amount of times the fans roar this side to victory. How important is that as a goalie, not just home but away, when those fans are really on your side?
The fans are 6th player on the ice, so it's really good to have a big support also on the roads and at home especially.
We talk a lot about the home fans, but you mentioned the away game. I'm going to come on to the Coventry game in general in a moment, but I notice again it's been the case a lot this season. There's quite a number of fans now that wait for you to come off to the bus. They all cheer you off. That must be great to know that they're with you on the road as well.
Oh yeah, it's really nice feeling after the big win. You go out and you get all the support from the fans waiting for you in front of the bus. It's really nice, and thank you.
Now, obviously, you've led the Panthers to victories in the past 2 road games, one on penalty shots and one in overtime. How huge has that been for you to get those big wins?
Yeah, it's like special, like those Sundays games. They're really important because you had already a game on Saturday. Like there is a little bit of fatigue already in your body, so it's like nice to win those Sundays games also. Like.
And what sort of goalie are you? Let's go back to Guildford. What sort of goalie are you in the penalty shootout? Obviously, there were 6 shots. You saved 5 of them, were only beaten once. How do you approach a penalty shootout mentally?
It's just like try to have like empty mind, be patient, like don't react too quickly, and in the end, it's like 50-50 in the end. So just be patient and.
Yeah, I mean, it was nearly 90-10 that day when you saved 5 of the 6. Okay, on to the question that I really wanted to ask first, and perhaps I should have done. The save that you made in Coventry on Sunday, the goal judge was so convinced it was a goal, the light was already on. I'm already calling it save of the week, maybe save of the season. Just tell me how you saw it, because you were stuck one side and then it opened up. How do you remember the save?
Yeah, the player was like coming down, like so I was kind of caught a little bit out of the net, because like a goalie you try to close as much space as you want, but like I saw the pass over, I said, oh, so it was kind of like desperation, like sprawling save, yeah.
And that game was interesting because obviously, sadly, just after that save, Panthers did concede and then it was 2-2 quite quickly. How much though do you think it shows about the character of the team that you had those downtimes, but you found a way back in and found the win?
Yeah, like it was like the first goalie was like deflection from like our D-man, I think, but that happens in the game. Like you don't have luck all the time, so we didn't collapse. We just stick to our game and bring it till the end.
Brilliant. Thanks for joining us, Rok.
Okay, thank you.
Another exciting weekend ahead for the Panthers, and you can join us here on Sunday at the Motorpoint Arena for our home league opener. Family tickets are available considering it's a Sunday face-off, and we want to see as many of you guys join us here at the Panthers Nation. Just follow the links on our website for tickets at panthers.co.uk.